Josh and David here for another Whiskey Wednesday for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. Today we've got an awesome barrel pick we're going to be talking about, and then like we did a couple months ago, a value brand that we wanted to bring some attention to that we've got actually a screaming price on right now. So bunch of stuff we got today, and let's just dive right in.
Yeah, and last time we did this, people were actually pretty surprised. They took a chance and tried some of the stuff we recommended, and came back, and now it's what they keep on their bar because they don't want their friends to drink up all their good stuff. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, so before we get to that, first is our barrel release for today. So this is our Yellowstone hand selected. Gonna be 93 proof, about 4 years. And then I didn't realize that a member of the Beam family, Stephen Beam, is the president and distiller over at Yellowstone. So that's kind of a cool connection. They're all actually all over the place in Kentucky.
Well, it's a little bit, from my understanding, it's a different distiller. They're associated but not. So I think that he kind of has his own project going, a little bit different water source and all that. So,
well, that and the Beams are all over Kentucky.
Yeah.
There's one that works at Michter's. There's obviously several at the Beam Distillery, but so they've got their fingerprints all over Kentucky. But I'm really excited to try this. We ordered this. God, this went a while ago.
When Yellowstone was so popular, and everybody was coming in looking for it. But we finally got it in. I'm excited to give it a shot.
Really like caramel butterscotchy nose, like very sweet on the kind of brown dried fruits, type of the palate wheel.
Definitely not red fruit forward.
No.
But a little bit of that green apple too.
Yeah, palate definitely follows. I mean, I get like a big kind of butterscotch note, definitely some caramel, really just like a, smooth. I mean, 93 proof. This isn't an 80 proof whiskey, but that's a porch pounder. Yep. That is something, as we say on here a lot, you can go through half, 3/4 of a bottle, not really notice it and get yourself in a little trouble. But
definitely good. And yeah, for $44.99 on the shelf, pretty good value.
Yeah, to get a single barrel under $50 is always a good deal. And then I think let's go with this guy. So this is Busker. So Busker is an Irish whiskey company. We've had them for a little while, but we just got a screaming deal towards the end of the year, so we were able to reduce the price on all 4 of these guys to $19.99. So really an awesome value brand, something that you can, like David said, drink with friends, not worry about your friends drinking your expensive stuff, and something new in the Irish category, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, and like we did last time, if you want to give one of these a shot, our drawing we're doing this month is the Old Fitzgerald 19.
Yep.
And you get extra entries for each one of these that you buy, on top of the one no purchase necessary. So if you just want to try something new, and we'll give back a little bit to you guys for doing that.
Yeah, so actually everything on the table today, the Yellowstone, any of these, if you purchase any of these bottles, you get an additional entry that you can staple your receipt to, throw in the box for the opportunity to purchase this guy at the end of the month.
Well, I've had my battles with Jameson, and it doesn't smell like that, so not that there's anything wrong with it, but I have a love-hate with Irish whiskey.
The nose is really interesting. It's really sweet, but it's definitely got that graininess that Irish whiskey's known for. So this guy says it's triple cask, so I'm not sure exactly what the casks are, but what that means is it goes into 3 different casks, usually either an ex-bourbon and then a sherry butt or a port butt or something like that. Not necessarily those are what's in here, but 3 different casks that this is aged in.
For $20, that's actually got a lot going on flavor-wise. Not a ton on the nose, but I would say probably sherry. I mean, just guessing. It's kind of got those notes to it, but I mean,
a little bit of the red fruit.
$20, that's pretty solid after just trying a 90 proof single barrel.
I think this is awesome for a shot whiskey or something to make cocktails with that you would normally make with an Irish whiskey. Anything like that, this is going to be perfect. Throw a cube in it, drink it on ice. Definitely a lot you can do with that because there's a good amount of depth of flavor to it.
So next up is the single malt, and this actually is 86.6 proof. So
Yeah, and single malt's actually been making a bit of a resurgence in the Irish whiskey category. You know, generally Irish whiskeys have been more either single grain or blends of malt and grain, but you know, single malt, especially on the higher end, has been a real trend in Irish whiskey. So again, to see one for $20 is a pretty special value.
It's got a really interesting nose. So it reminds me kind of, it's like standing outside of a mash tun.
A little bit,
but it's also got some red fruit to it as well.
a really like bright tropical fruit note. I almost get like passion fruit. I did not expect that, but
Yeah.
wow, that's really interesting.
It's actually really good. I mean,
That's awesome. Yeah.
not that, you know, sometimes when you're trying something that's $20, you don't have high hopes, but it actually is over delivering.
Definitely, and
100%.
you know, it's not like a super complex whiskey. I mean, it's fairly one-dimensional, but the one note is really good. Like, tastes great. Again, you know, that's something I would drink on the rocks. Neat. You could definitely do shots of it if you were looking to, but I would actually more go towards this for that. But yeah, this neat would be awesome. It's great.
And then there's a couple other expressions. You got your single grain. That's going to be about the same proof as a single malt, and then the single pot still. So we're not going to try all of them.
Yeah.
Have to drive home in the snow. So, but yeah. Anything else we got today, Josh?
No, you know, just like we said, all 5 of these bottles give you the opportunity to get an extra entry in the lottery. And, you know, stay safe in the snow and come on down and give them a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.